Hey guys, Milrick77 here. I'm out in the garage working on some shit. I didn't pick up the camera when I was doing this stuff. I was just trying to get it done. Sorry about that. I took out all the valves and I replaced the valve seals. You can see them down in there. Brand new spark plugs. There's the packaging. I cleaned up the gasket surfaces. There's the bottom of the head. There's where the valve cover would bolt to. And then down in where the intake manifold is. I cleaned them all up with Scotch-Brite. I cleaned up the engine a little bit. Got rid of the mucky muck that was up on top of the engine all around. And I cleaned off the gasket surface. Now since the block is steel and not soft aluminum, I could get away with using a 90-degree die grinder with one of these roll-lock discs that do not remove metal, but I would not use these on aluminum because aluminum is very soft. On aluminum, I do it by hand only, so that's why I did the heads by hand and I did the block with the tool. And I just sprayed the shit out of it with brake clean and compressed air, and cleaned all that shit off of there. One of the things that I noticed in the kit that was wrong was right here. I'm in the middle of, on this intake manifold, I'm changing out the fuel injector O-rings. And right here's one that comes in the kit, one of the O-rings. And I don't know if you can tell, let me take it out of the package here. If you look at them side by side, the one on the right is the one that comes in the kit, and the one on the left is what it's supposed to be. So I had to go to Advance to get O-ring kits. Luckily they're cheap, but also I didn't realize the Felpro kits, they only come with 4 O-rings per kit. Like, who the fuck's only gonna do, that's enough to do 2 fuel injectors. Who's only going to do O-rings on 2 injectors? If you're gonna do O-rings on injectors, you're gonna do them all. These are $4 a kit, $4.23. That's over $1 an O-ring. That's a little fucking goddamn ridiculous. Felpro, let me tell you that. There's no reason why 12 O-rings can't come in one box for $4. But that's what I'm doing. I had all the new O-rings on there and I lubed them up with some petroleum jelly, and I pushed them in there and they were just way too loose, and I knew that wasn't going to seal. So I said fuck it, and I went to Advance and I got me some Felpros, and yeah, pop the fuel rail back in this son's a bitch, and I gotta clean up the top gasket area. But yeah, put in the fuel injector O-rings, the fuel rails. My camera needs the lens cleaned really bad, it's not focusing, and that'll be ready to rock and roll. Here's all the brake lines back from Sean. Man, he did a good job. That's one thing, I can always depend on Sean to do a good job. But there's a nice bubble flare. Yes sir, it's a nice one. My camera won't focus. But yeah, he did a beautiful job. They're all really nice. That must be a really nice tool. I've never seen the tool, but I know he did all these brake lines in under 20 minutes on lunch, or a half hour on lunch or so, and there was 12 flares per line, or 12 flares in all to do. So yeah, I'm going to be doing these fuel injectors and blah 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 on this, and then I'll have all the gasket surfaces cleaned and ready to go, and then I'm going to go in the house and spend some time with the old lady, because she's going to go visit her family tomorrow. So I'll have the whole day to fucking get this van back together and running and bleed the brakes. So the van should be done tomorrow. Mechanical wise. Should be fucking complete. And then I'm going to come back out here late tonight, and I'm going to throw all those brake lines on. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys on the flip side in a little bit here. Okay guys, it's about, oh, let's see. It's 11 o'clock right now, not even that late. I got brake lines on. Brake lines on everywhere. All the way around. I didn't put any fluid in yet. Waiting for Sean to come over tomorrow to help me bleed these bad boys. Probably gonna be a pain in the ass to work all that fluid through, but it's fine. My one buddy works at a dealership, and he gets brake fluid coming out of his asshole sometimes, I guess. Every brake job sells a hole. Every time somebody wants a brake flush or something like that, it sells a big ass 64-ounce container, and I guess he doesn't use it all. So I have a huge 64-ounce container of brake fluid unopened. I actually have 2 of these, and up here I have some that are open, but I know better than to use open brake fluid. Brake fluid attracts moisture, and even though you have the lid closed tight on top of your brake fluid, it still attracts moisture in the air. So if your brake fluid is any older than like a month and it's been sitting on the shelf open, it can cause your lines to rust from the inside out because there's moisture inside that fluid. There's a little tip for you. Google it. I'm on this kind again today. I kind of like it. But I'm ready to rock and roll tomorrow. Sean should be over here at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And everything you see here is going to be going right back on there. And hopefully we'll be driving this cocksucker tomorrow night. And yeah, that'd be cool. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, huh?